just like Sunny D. Oh my god. So sour, but tastes amazing. Alright, good morning. Now that we have some free in our system, let me just scoop this out so I can put the scoop back in there. The hardest part is getting the scooper back in there. Alright. Are we ready? Happy Monday! Alright, I'm gonna bump you guys up. We're gonna do some dynamic stretches, which is movement. Static stretches is what you do after a workout, where you kind of just sit down, reach towards like one of your legs, feel a nice stretch. That's static stretching. Dynamic stretching is movement. So we're gonna swing our legs around. We're gonna do some deep lunges, 90-90s. This is what unemployment looks like. Alright, we're not starting with that energy this morning. This is my full-time job, although it might not seem like much to you. I love my job, and I take it very seriously. So, anyways, let's go ahead, start stretching, and then we'll get into the workout. Let me just bump y'all up. 1 second. I just want to record these stretches, because I might do some sort of stretching video for TikTok as well. Alright, you guys ready? 5 swings on each leg, just follow along. I'll show you guys what to do. Good morning. We're gonna do 5 deep lunges on each leg. Good morning! How are you doing, girls? Alright, 5 on each leg. Let's get going. Okay. Started from the bottom over here. Started from the bottom now. Here. Alright, we're gonna go to this little corner. And it's gonna take me a minute to set up. Isn't this blue perfect? I feel like it's very much giving summer. Alright, you guys are going here. It's gonna take me just a minute to set up. grab this bench real quick. Grab a little hip thrust pad. If you're doing these at home, you could get a hip thrust pad. If you have one of these, if you're using a barbell, t-shirt, blanket, pillow, just something to pad your hips with. We're set up. We have 45s on each side. We're gonna do a set of 8. I feel like that's a good warm up. Nice, slow and controlled. But I'm gonna do cast glute bridges rather than hip thrusts. So I'm only working glutes, primarily working glutes. And we're going halfway down rather than all the way down and back up. So if you've never done a cast glute bridge, it's the same form as a hip thrust. You're just not going as far down. Let me just set up the camera. Alright, I think this lighting looks perfect. Are we ready? So I'm doing 8. Pick a number, stick to it, and then we'll do at least 2 more sets after this. I'll be ready. Also, really quick, thank you to everyone who already tapped the screen. I go live Monday through Friday with a workout. So if you or someone you know is trying to get in shape, drop a follow, share this live with them, and we're gonna get in shape together. That's it. All right, let's get to it. One is done. I don't know why I feel so shaky already. How are we doing? Woo. I think in a minute this jacket's gonna have to come off. Good morning, Melody. Doing very good this morning. For some reason I'm really out of breath. But besides that, doing really good. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, Eva. Maya, I'm so proud of you. High five, girl. We have at least 2 or 3 more sets. And then we'll move on. Let me look at this footage, catch my breath. and then we'll do set 2. Let's see, what is this looking like? Okay. I think we can move on. We're gonna do set number 2. I'm gonna up the weight slightly. We're going to add 10 pounds on each side, so a total of 20 added. And then we'll keep upping it for each set. Let me just scoot you guys a wee bit closer. And then for the next one, we're gonna do some side angles. All right, let's add the weight, and then we're gonna get to it. Good morning, Haley. How are you doing, girl? All right, let's do it. We're feeling it this morning. The event went really well, thankfully. Oh my gosh. I'm out of breath. I don't know if you guys are into like bodybuilding and stuff. I don't really keep up with that stuff, but obviously there is the bodybuilding competition for like Mr. and Mrs. Olympia. So the president of that foundation, Dan Solomon, I don't know if you guys know him, but he was here. Another like Mr. Olympia himself, his name is Dexter. He was also here, so it was really cool to meet them. Sorry, I'm still so out of breath. But yeah, super cool. Was able to meet them. And then I also handed out a bunch of rides. So I got a lot of people to test it out and try it. It was super cool. Wait, Wyatt, is that you? I always I can never tell with your numbers. I forget what they are. How long have me and my boyfriend been dating? Since high school. It was just our 10-year anniversary. Okay, yeah, Wyatt, you gotta pull up at Wolf. It is so nice here. Right, Ashlyn? Show the BBL. Listen, there ain't no BBL here, honey. Anyways, today is quad and glute. We're on our first exercise, which is hip thrust. We just did set number 2. We're gonna do set 3, maybe 4 sets. We'll see how we're feeling, but definitely set 3, and we're gonna up the weight slightly. So we're currently at 55, 110 pounds, and we are going to up it to, what did I just say, 110? We're gonna go to 130, so we're gonna up it again by 10. I met him when I was 15. All right, let me just look at this footage. I think it's looking good. We're gonna do a little side angle now because we never do that. I only did one scoop. Yeah, I think it's also because I was gonna say I don't have like any food in me, but when do I ever have food before I come to the gym? It's always after. I've been really trying to lock in on this cut though. You guys know I've been trying to cut for a little bit, but I think today I'm gonna try meal prepping a bunch of stuff. I also made some tacos, and I got these like, what are they called? I can't think. I'm like, what are they called? Anyways, for 3 of the shells, it's only 110 calories. So I've been really trying to keep the calories low, and they're super small, but they're still filling. So that's probably what I'm gonna have for like lunch today / breakfast. And then we're gonna like cook from home for dinner. I am 24. I'll be 25 in July. All right, let's do this. This is gonna be set number 3. I'm just trying to find a good angle. Actually, let's do this like little mirror angle. I feel like that's kind of cool. Whoa, what is my camera doing? This looks good, but the lighting is too dark, so let me adjust some stuff. July 28th is your birthday. Mine is July 8th. So we're just a few days apart. So we're gonna add 10 more on each side one more time. All right, let's do this. Was that angle trash? I'm gonna show you guys what like it looks like. You see what I mean? Like just the quality just doesn't look that good. Also, my phone is just not focusing. Anyways. I'm trying to see. I need one more good angle. I wonder if the side angle will be completely trash. Camera dead. Hello. Maybe if I put you guys up, I actually feel like that would be a good little view. We got one more little bitty set. Let me just bump this up. So give me a second. Good morning. All right, I think we're good. Let's finish up last set. Go low. Drop it down to the floor. Let me up the weight a little bit. I need to grab another 10. Alright, we did that. Breathe. I have to clean off this equipment, unrack the weights, and then we're gonna move on to, it depends. If this guy is off the leg press, we're gonna do that next. If he's not, we'll do step ups. Oh, thank you guys for showing up. All right, let me just clean this off, unwrap. Alright, let's clean this shit off, and then we'll see what the situation's looking like with equipment. Un momento. Can't tell if this guy is done with the leg press. I don't think so. I think he needs to unrack the weights. He has like 4 45 plates on each side. Girl, there's no way. So we're gonna do some step ups next, because either way we were gonna do them. And then the third exercise will be the leg press, but we're gonna go and do some step ups. So for step ups, you obviously need something to step up on. You can use a chair, a couch, a bench, a box, whatever you have. I'm gonna be doing a little box that works perfect, and I'm also gonna be using the cable column. But if you're at home right now doing this, you could just use a weight and then put whatever you're stepping up on close to a wall, so you can use it to like stabilize yourself. All right, let me just put you guys here for a second. Where is the box? I usually use, I think it's over there. How do I deal with period cramps? Medication, that's how. Midol, Advil, anything that helps with pain. Alright, let me show you guys the box that I'm using. Of course, like I said, you can use whatever you have, but this is what I prefer. Oh my gosh, I'm like so shaky today for some reason. Alright. This should be perfect. So, I know I need to eat something. As soon as I'm done with the workout today, I will. I'm gonna go home and make that lunch. But anyways, so for step ups, there's way to make it glute focused. I personally have pretty big quads to the point I'm not trying to grow them anymore. I'm really just trying to tone them up. So I do all of my quad and glute workouts glute focused if it's possible. So to make this more glute focused, you are going to make sure the core is engaged and you are going to be leaning forward. Now with any like form of step ups, all your weight is on the working leg. The back leg is just there to stabilize you. You don't have to worry. You're allowed to hold on to something. You're going to see me holding on to the cable column. That is okay. I'm not using it as leverage. I'm using it to just stabilize myself. So when you do the step up, core is engaged, leaning slightly forward to make it a little bit more glute focused, and you can use something to stabilize you. Of course, if you are trying to grow muscle, you want to do this weighted, which is why you'll see I use like an attachment and then I use the cable column as weight, but use whatever you have. Anyways, you get the point. We're going to do 8 of them. I think we're going to try and do 4 sets of 8 again. And let me show you guys the attachment that I'm using, if I could find it. I see it. All right, let's do this. Number 1 is done. Oh my goodness. Whew. Yes, I had a really good weekend. What did I do this weekend? Oh, we had the gym grand opening, and then I went to a rodeo for the first time. So that was super fun, although a little sad. I'm a very big animal lover, and I know they're not hurting the animals, but I don't know, they're just little babies. I don't know if I'll go to another one. I just feel bad for them. Whew. Okay, set 1 done. We have at least 2 more, maybe 3 more sets, we'll see. The earrings are from Shein, Maya. These probably cost me $1. What are my plans for my birthday? Let me move this out of your guys' way. Are you sure? Oh, okay. I'll just move it to this side, just in case you guys want to look at it. So, I may be going to the Dominican Republic the week after my birthday. Like a last minute vacation. I think I'm going to be doing with my friends. So we'll see. I hope that actually comes true because I've never been there. And, yeah. So I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm not 100% sure. But I think that's going to be our plans. And then, what else? I don't really have any plans like the day of my birthday though. So I guess we'll see. Okay, let's do this next set. We are doing 8 again. I just did 40 pounds. Now we're gonna up the weight to 50 pounds, doing 8 reps again. And then we'll probably up it one more time for the last set. So you guys got this. Really push yourself up that weight. And let's get it, here we go. Have I got more muscular quads from my boyfriend? I don't know what that means. Are you saying compared to my boyfriend? Because yes, I think my quads are definitely bigger than Brandon's. All right, anyways, let's do this. About to sneeze during that. I don't know why my sinuses are burning so bad right now. Oh my god, don't even get me started on the Bulgarians. Those are just terrible. I really need to do them soon. I just hate them. They're so hard. Whew. I'm proud of you, Maya. I'm also dying if that makes you feel better. We're in this together. I'm just looking at this footage, seeing what it looks like. sorry, just taking a look at this. What are you doing to cut? So number one, lowering my calorie intake. So really just trying to prioritize protein in all of my meals. Number one, it's gonna help me still build muscle. Number two, it makes you feel fuller for longer, protein does, because it takes longer for your body to break down. Oops. Versus a carb. Carbs are quickly used up by your body. That's why when you eat chips, when you eat any type of carb, you feel good for those few minutes, but then you're gonna be hungry like 20 minutes later. Versus protein takes much, much longer for your body to break down. So really prioritizing protein, cutting back on my calories, really trying not to eat processed foods, like eating from home. We had tacos yesterday, which I used these little like net carb tacos where 3 of the shells that are like this big are only 110 calories. So I ate that with lean ground beef, low-fat cheese, and cottage cheese on top as like, instead of sour cream, I had cottage cheese. And then I'm gonna have that again today. Protein shakes, any of those things are really good, but really focusing on cutting back the calories, upping the protein, no processed foods, and then adding more cardio and abs into the routine. So I'm currently at 131 and my goal weight is 125. So we're about 6 pounds out from goal weight. Do you also take protein shakes for your exercise? I don't have them before I work out. I usually have them after. Now, if I worked out later in the day, I probably would have some sort of protein shake before I work out, but the fact that I get here pretty early, I wake up early, I kind of live far away, I don't have enough time to cook myself breakfast and digest before I go to the gym. I'm 5'2". How about vegetables? Oh, vegetables are super important, obviously, to make sure you're getting enough vitamins, minerals, all those things. My favorite vegetables are asparagus, edamame. I like carrots, onions, zucchini, tomatoes, honestly, any of those. I really do not like broccoli, though. Broccoli and we don't get along that well. That's really the only thing. I don't like peas either. Peas and broccoli are disgusting to me, but I will eat anything else. Anyways, all right, we just did set number 2. We're gonna try and do set number 3 now. This may be our last set. I think after this, we're gonna move on to our step ups. I haven't tried cauliflower in years, so maybe I do like it, but I just haven't tried it in so long. And I'm pretty open to most things, especially if there's like a sauce or spices on it. Like if I have some more flavoring, I can get through it. Even if I'm not like, oh my God, this tastes as good as a Texas Roadhouse roll. Nothing tastes as good as that. But if it's at least seasoned or I have like a sauce or something to dip it into, even soy sauce, I'm like, I can get through it. Anyways, all right. I believe you're stronger than him, more muscular from your boyfriend. Am I wrong? Okay, so number 1, his arms are way stronger than mine. My legs are way stronger than his. Genetically, we're just built different. But yeah, that's that. Why do you want to lose weight? You're a solid muscle. Oops. I am trying to just lose fat, not necessarily weight. Like, I'm happy with the muscle that I have, but I have a lot more excess fat because I dirty bulked. Like, people that are like bulking and just stick to a good routine, usually they just up their protein intake, they up their calories by a little bit. No, I just went to Texas Roadhouse twice a week for like a whole year. So I have extra fat on me that I'm trying to lose. But once I lose like that fat, I'm gonna be happy, even if I weigh more, because sometimes that happens when, because muscle weighs more than fat. So obviously, if I weigh the same, but I at least shed off a little bit of fat, I don't really care what the scale says, as long as I'm happy, healthy, whatever. Anyways, okay. This is probably going to be our last set, so I think we're going to go until failure for this last set, meaning we're not going to give ourselves a number. We are going to literally just keep going until we can't anymore. So push yourself for this last one, and then we're going to do the leg press next. Are we ready? All right, let's do this. That one almost took me out. Also, thank you guys so much for tapping the screen. And thank you to everyone who dropped a follow today. Whew. I go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're trying to get in shape, I'm here all week, Monday through Friday. No, not typically. I don't really watch too many streams. Okay. Breathe. I'm currently wearing extra small, although since I've bulked, the extra small are tight. I'm not sure if I'm gonna start sizing up, or I think I might just wait until I kind of get to my goal weight and see how they're feeling. But everything right now I wear an extra small. I know I wasn't here on Friday. To be honest, the night before I hung out with my friends. We had girls' night and I may have gone a little too hard. I was not feeling good on Friday morning. Truly just bad decisions, and I do regret it. So I need to learn to drink in moderation. Yeah, I think I had way too much fun. But anyways, let me clean off this equipment. Let's put this attachment away. And now we're gonna go do the leg press. Oh, thank you, Maya. I have so much hair oil and conditioner in today. I had to put it in. No, exactly, I had to save the party nights. Well, mainly, in my defense, one of my friends had not drank in like 8 months, and she decided she wanted to that night. And I was like, I'm obviously gonna be there and participate. I went way too hard celebrating with her, so yeah. Anyways, not that that's an excuse. I really need to be better about that, but it's the truth. All right, let me clean this off, and then we're gonna do, oh, someone's on the leg press, guys. This is not good. Okay, it's the same guy. This guy has been on that leg press for almost an hour since when we got here. We might have to pick something else. I think what we're gonna do, I guess, is hip abductions for now. Oh my gosh, I know. Which, I'm not entitled to equipment, of course, but an hour is crazy. How is he not dying after that? And he's using so much weight too. It's insane. Okay guys, let's go do some hip abductions. And then hopefully he'll be done. If not, I don't know, we might have to actually pick a different exercise. So, I watched a TikTok recently about this girl doing hip abductions 2 different ways. And I'm gonna demonstrate that. I've never tried it this way, but we're gonna try it together, and if I feel it more, boom, we got a whole nother workout. All right, let me show you guys. Uno momento. So I'm gonna just demonstrate before we actually get started. So what they said is you're gonna do one leaning forward, and then you're gonna do one like sitting back on the bench. Again, I've never tried sitting back, and I'll show you guys, I'll demonstrate. Hopefully it works out, but what they did is they superset it. So I'm gonna do a little test trial before we actually start counting the reps. But they start forward, we're gonna do just 5, feel it out, and then we're gonna do 5 the other method, and then I'll tell you guys the actual numbers when we get into it. I think I'm confusing you guys, so let me just show you. weird, but I do feel it. I think I need to up my weight. I think that's the problem. But there's a guy, I don't remember his name, that invented the hip thrust. He has his own gym in Miami. And one of the girls that I follow went to the gym and he taught her this exercise. I've always done hip abductions leaning forward, but the leaning back, I've never tried it before, but apparently it works a different section of the glute, a different glute muscle. I'd like to say the normal leaning forward is glute medius, and I think the way leaning backwards, the awkward one, I think that's glute minimus. I'll have to go back and double check that, but we're gonna test it out. So we're gonna do 10 to 12 regular leaning forward, and then we're gonna do probably 6 to 8 leaning backwards. Again, we'll see how we're feeling. If I get to like 10 and I'm like, oh my God, I have to stop, we're gonna stop there. But let's feel it out. First set, we're gonna up that weight. I'll let you guys know what weight I'm using after this set because I need to feel it out, but you get the point. All right, let's do it. Looks super weird and awkward, but feels so good on the glutes. If you guys do this one at the gym, try out the leaning back method like I just showed you guys. I know it looks super weird, but I'm telling you, the glute burn I'm feeling right now, 10 out of 10. We're gonna do at least 2 more sets. I was using, what weight? 66 pounds. So I think we're gonna do 77 now. Definitely more difficult. I was feeling it really good in my glutes. So we're gonna do at least 2 more sets of those. I'm gonna switch up the angle. So for the video, I can give you guys a good demonstration. What you know about that? I know all about that. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's do this thing. Here we go. To verify I'm on live. There we go. Alright, seriously, here we go. destroys me. Oh my gosh, why is this so dark? We're gonna have to switch up the angles. Yeah, so Ashlyn, what I would do, although you can't really do the different variations, but if I were at home right now doing this workout, I would lay down on the floor on, pick a side, right or left. You're gonna be doing both anyways, so it doesn't really matter which one you start off with, but I would lay down like this on the floor, and then I would put a weight on my hip, like hold a weight right here. So imagine I'm laying down, weight, and then lifting, and back down. Lifting, back down. I hope that helps. Hang on, let me like wipe the camera. But that's what I would do if I were doing this at home. If you don't have like a machine, I would lay down on one side, do however many you want, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, whatever, and then switch to the other side, do the same exact thing. With the legs bent or straight, you can have them bent, it doesn't really matter. It's really just focusing on the movement. I personally feel like I'd probably bend it a little bit. It doesn't need to be like perfectly straight because you're not like putting weight on your ankle. So it's really just the hip motion. You should make some alternate gym exercise videos for home workouts. I really should do that, Lauren. That is a really good idea. So maybe I'll do someday this week like a workout video of this is what I did at the gym, but if I were home, these are the alternate exercises I would do, you know? I feel like that'd be a good one. So thank you. I'm gonna do one more set of these and hopefully that guy is off the leg press. If he is not off the leg press, he is different. I don't know how he's surviving. He is probably gonna be shaken walking out of here later. Alright, let's finish up. This is for real gonna be our very last set. Why is the camera going blurry? What's going on? What is going on? Why does this happen? Because when I go home, this is what I'm currently seeing with my camera. Imagine me walking over there right now and trying to record this, and that's what it looks like. Do I need to zoom it a little bit more, maybe? All right, let's pause this. Also, let me wipe you guys off. Okay. We're gonna scoot this a little bit closer because I have a feeling like now that looks way better. Alright, I think we're good. I know it looks blurry, but I swear like the actual camera, I think it's my phone now messing up, but that looks way better than it was before. Alright, let's do it while it lasts. We're doing again, I did 15 for the first variation and I did 10 for the second, so that's what we're gonna do one more time. Alright, let's do it. Alright. We did it. That was our last set of those. Let me see what you guys are saying. I love it, Lauren. Lauren's gonna get a gym membership. Alright. Next we're gonna do this leg press probably. Alright, let me clean this off and then we're gonna go do the leg press hopefully. Let's go. Let's make a move. Let's go. Also, I can't tell you guys what, but Define is coming out with something more soon. I can't let you guys know what, but I just placed my order this morning. And then within, I think I get the package on the 19th or something. I don't really remember the exact dates, but just know they're coming out with something else. I know, right, Lord? I just made it. Wait, what? So, what have we done so far? We have done hip thrust. We have done step-ups, hip abductions. Now we're doing the leg press. And then maybe we'll finish with calf raises. Not 100% sure yet. We'll see how we're feeling after this. But for the leg press today, I'm going to be doing single leg, okay? No worries, Mariah. What we did today, we have done hip thrusts so far. Then after hip thrusts, we did step-ups, and then we did hip abductions. Now we're doing single leg press, and then we'll probably finish up with calf raises. But let me clean this off. I need to clean off the leg press because I see like a little circle on the chair, which I think is someone's head oil. So I need to wipe that off. Just a little circle on there. Alright, I think we're good. Like I said, I'm gonna do single leg, so we're keeping the weight pretty light because usually I do both legs for this. But we're gonna do single leg, and we're probably gonna do 3 sets of 6 to 8, depending how I feel. I don't really know what that number is going to be until I begin. So I'm going to say 3 sets of 6 to 8, but we'll see. Just sit up the camera. I look like Tatsu. I think I know who you're talking about. Also, if it's the girl I'm thinking of, she's very pretty, so thank you. Alright, let's do it. I think this machine is already 65 pounds or more, so I'm going to keep it that weight. We're just going to use the machine weight for the first set, and if I feel like I could do more, we'll do that for set 2 and 3. Alright, here we go. saw my legs trembling. Oh my god, that was really bad. Chicken. I need to get closer so you can see the leg trembling. All right, let's do this. Set number 2, we got it. Just watch the leg tremble. Not my leg, it's time for the circulator. My leg is shaking so bad. Oh my god, I love you, Mariah. My leg is trembling, but that's also the leg that I had knee surgery on years ago, so I've always struggled with my left leg just a little bit since my surgery, but we were going hard. That thing was shaking like a leaf. We have one more set though. Last and final set. And then we're gonna do some calf raises and then we're all done. So keep up with me. We got one more. For these, you could be doing goblet squats, sumo squats, honestly anything. So just push yourself. I'm gonna switch the camera angle though, so you can see my face struggling. Actually, should we do 2 more sets? Maybe I will do 2. So a total of 4. Kind of feel like we should do 4 because I want to get multiple angles. Am I feeling any pain? Immense pain. Yes, for sure. I'm struggling right now. All right, let's do it. Here we go. For the gains, exactly. All right, here we go. god, that's making me nauseous. Buddy has been working out for years and is doing leg press with 0 weight. Number one, the machine itself is 65 pounds, okay? And number two, who cares? You know? The fact that it's 65 pounds and I'm struggling means that I need to listen to my body and not up the weight. So, listen, you do you, boo. Ain't nobody judging you for working out. Oh yeah, so doing single arm or leg exercises is really good for any muscle imbalances, and that's really what I'm trying to work on right now, because as you guys know, I had knee surgery years ago, which let me show you guys. The fact that you're struggling just shows you have no muscle. Boy, my quad is probably bigger than your head, so I don't want to hear it. Anyways, besides him, talking to the rest of you guys, this is where I had my knee surgery. I had an MCL tear, and I also tore my meniscus years ago in gymnastics, or I meant cheerleading. So I really struggle with my left leg being weaker than my right, and this is a really good way to strengthen each muscle individually, because you don't really realize that you're compensating with a leg until you realize that one muscle is bigger. And that's my problem right now. So doing single leg exercises, or even single upper body exercises, because I also had shoulder surgery years ago, which that's right here. So doing single arm exercises is a really good way to help muscle imbalance. But no, because that buddy, he thinks he's roasting when I can probably guarantee that my quads are bigger than his head. So it's funny, but let's go ahead and do our last and final set. We're gonna do this together. Let me just get you guys real close. Are you guys ready? She had an apple. So for this one, we are gonna go until failure, meaning we're not giving ourselves a number. We're gonna just keep going until we physically can't anymore. So your quads were the size of mine my first 6 months. Boy, get off my life. Honestly, you're just here to hopefully make me feel worse about myself, but I feel really good about myself, so it's not gonna work. You're just wasting your time. Alrighty, let's get to it. It's our last and final set, so here we go. set recorded. I think my camera's about to die. Alright, we're gonna have to switch the battery in a minute. Oh, thank you, Maya. I love you, girl. Honestly, the haters help with engagement. And if you don't got haters, you're not doing something right. But I seriously love you guys. To the OGs, to the regulars. But I'm proud of these things. See that thing? This one's not as big as this one. Alright. Thank you, bye. I love you, girl. Oh, thank you guys. That's to whoever was just talking crap. The quads be popping. That's one thing I'm proud of. But let's move on. We're gonna do some calf raises. There's a calf raise machine that I see over there and someone's on it. So we're gonna just wait a second and clean off the equipment and then we'll probably go over there, see how long they have. Why did I just bring this spray bottle, guys? I'm literally so stupid. Everything I'm listening. Okay. I'm trying to see. He's still on the calf raise machine. So we could do just sumo squat calf raises. You could always do them with just a dumbbell as well. But I kind of prefer to do them with a barbell or a Smith machine. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Unless in 1 second I see this guy get off of it. So today my goal is to finish here at the gym, go home, eat some food, edit my video. I also want to meal prep a little bit for this week. That way I really stay focused because I can eat healthy and I can eat my meal prep as long as I do it. The problem is I will wait till like noon to eat and then I'm starving to the point that I'm like, I need food right now. And that's when I go to like McDonald's or Taco Bell or something and I eat because I'm so hungry. So I really need to meal prep so I'm not struggling throughout the day, you know? Do you like using the standing calf raise machine or the sitting calf raise machine more? I personally like standing much more. I might do a cook with me. We'll see. It just depends. I'll let you guys know for sure about later. Do you post your videos on YouTube? Not at the moment, although that is definitely a goal of mine that I'd like to start in the next few weeks, is doing a gym vlog. So one of the weeks throughout this month, instead of posting on TikTok, I want to bring my camera and post like a week worth of workouts on YouTube, you know? Because obviously I can't bring like 5 different cameras in here. So I'll still go live, of course. But instead of recording for TikTok, I'd be recording for YouTube. So I'm kind of thinking that. But anyways, I will let you guys know, of course, when I do that. Let's see. I think he's still on the calf raise machine. So we're just going to finish up with the sumo squat calf raises. Or no, sumo squat calf raises. Smith machine calf raises. My brain is not on. I need to do Twitch live streams. I know. I've been really slacking on everything, to be honest. And I feel guilty about it. I'm not hitting my goals. So you guys just need to hold me accountable and be like, if you don't go live, we don't like you anymore. I don't know. I definitely need some motivation. Oh, wait. I have to switch out this battery really quick. I don't do body weight, what? Calf raises? No, I usually do weighted. Or at least I try and do weighted. If you don't have any weight, you could always just do calf raises with your body weight, but no, 100%. I really would be one. No, I know. And the thing is, I want to stream on Twitch. The problem is just figuring out a good balance with my day. I don't think I've kind of gotten into my routine yet, because obviously I do these morning lives, and then after this I go home, I edit for a little bit, then we have to go to the store and get whatever. I just come up with a million excuses and I want to do it, but I need just a better routine, a day-to-day routine that I can stick to, and I just have not got that down yet. But I want to make it a point that at least a few times throughout the week I stream on Twitch. Oh my god, yes, Lauren, I freaking love that game, and Brandon gets so mad because I'll beat him in it. Oh my gosh, I'm so shaky. One second, guys, sorry, I'm just trying to switch out the battery. My phone is about to die. Or not my phone, my camera. I do not have a home gym currently, although that is definitely a goal. Home gyms are still so expensive, so we have not started that yet. We still need to build our closet. We have a lot of stuff in the new house that we have not done yet. Alright, we're almost ready. Why is this not closing properly? Hang on. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so now we are doing calf raises. We are going to do probably 3 sets of 15. I don't know what weight we're going to be using yet, but we'll figure that out. I think we're probably going to pop on 25 on each side, so 50, and we'll do 10 to 15 reps. We'll feel it out. So 50 pounds, 10 to 12 reps. Here we go. That was set number 1. Let me just look at this footage.